Right, Social Club time. The Merseyside Derby is this coming Saturday. Ped's here, Chris is here, I'm here, and also Liam.
Thanks, mate.
And just to clarify, because I bet someone said it in the comments, not a Dortmund top.
No, it's a Cliftonville top, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Cliftonville till I die.
Because I can read the badge. But yeah.
I'm sure they can't read the badge, though, can they?
Exactly.
Can we get a close-up?
No, because it's the internet. The best thing to do is to have a vague idea of something and then really shout about it and then...
I really hope someone's commented yellow wall wanker.
Hashtag yellow wall wanker.
There's a stream of them
I'll
just
get serious sectarian abuse from everyone else in the Irish League. That's probably what's going to happen.
Amazing.
But we'll not do that right now.
Merseyside Derby this weekend, Ped, at Anfield. I think I'm right in saying it was like 99 the last time you beat us there.
Let me just check my tattoos.
Your book of grievances. I mean, it's kind of been, it's gotten to a point where it's almost ridiculous. That it almost, I mean, we were saying this before, it's kind of got to happen at some point. Everton have surely
Every
got
year
to
we
win at
get
Anfield.
closer.
Yeah.
Every year we get closer to winning one at Anfield.
Yeah. But as you feel about what do you feel when you go
numbness,
into it?
Generally, just generally numbness. I usually just get a bottle of gin, some knitting needles to help the pain. I can't tell you, mate.
I think that's the first thing coming in your head.
I can't tell you what I do with them.
This is it's a bit. I mean, let's be fair, they're always big ones. We've had some clashes where Liverpool have been pretty close in the table in the last couple of years. But the thing about it is, look, it's outside the realms of possibility that Everton, you go 3 points. If a win for Everton takes them 3 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah.
It makes it really interesting in terms of the end of the season. Everton are in the ascendancy at the moment, starting to play good football, scoring a load of goals as well, albeit at Goodison Park a lot. You've got the new stadium announcements.
What could go wrong?
No doubt there'll be a red card in the first 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Usually happens.
No. Seamus Coleman could break his leg, maybe, I suppose, couldn't he? No, it is. It's all good. It's all good.
You want to go into the season on a high, end of the season on a high.
No, we want to finish the season.
The good feelings back.
It's not just that. I think if we finish the season strongly, we've got a legitimate chance of finishing 5th or 6th. I think you keep going up and trying to, and we've been playing well. We're doing all right at home. I mean, we're still, for me, at the back, we're still shaky defensively. It doesn't necessarily show when you look at the scores, but we still look a little bit like, we look at the Spurs game and you think, okay, now, do you know what I mean? We look shaky. Obviously, we're going to be without Seamus Coleman, and actually, I know a lot of people say, well, he's only a right back, but it does actually affect a big part of how we play, because when Seamus Coleman plays, he effectively plays as a right winger, not as a right back, and that allows Ross Barkley to play in a free role, which he's been brilliant at recently. Been a little tinker in the change. Now, we're going to have to deal with that and see how that affects the whole system. Morgan Snyder's been amazing as well, and he could be out as well. So again, if he brings in Gareth Barry, then we're fucked, honestly.
Is Snyder injured?
Yeah, he limped off the last game. So if he's out and he has to bring Barry in, then Baz is just having orgasms in the other room. We left him in there with a load of hand sanitizer and a laptop, and he's just gone mad. So it's typical that we're not going in with our strongest team that we've been playing with, but we're just going to have to make allowances.
We've noticed a trend with Everton though. I mean, to be fair, these lads have been downplaying these games for a while, and they've been right to ultimately. But I also remember this season they downplayed to Robbie ahead of the Arsenal game, and then went and beat them. So I'm where I always think this is a facade.
I'm not downplaying it. I'm not downplaying it. I'm just.
You've had your.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not downplaying it. I'm not. Before we played Arsenal, well, I wasn't downplaying. I was fucking just down. I'm not downplaying. I'm just saying it's a Merseyside derby which we've been shit on. We're playing quite well, but going in with my eyes open.
We got more than a fair slice of luck to get the 3 points at Goodison Park, isn't it? And I would expect this to be. We've had a few 4-0s in the last few years. I personally can't see it going that way, and I could see Everton making this a hell of a lot more of a game. But I could see them making themselves a nuisance, a thorn in a number of sides between now and the end of the season, because they're playing well. They've got a good manager, and they say they've got stuff to play for the team.
Yeah, well, look, Liverpool have as well, haven't they? We're playing well against teams in the top half of the table. We've got something to play for. I don't think we've been as unlucky with injuries as they have over the international break, certainly. So, you look at it and you never want to overplay it before a derby. Ped's right. You know, Liverpool fans are exactly the same as Everton fans. You go in and you're a little bit tepid and all that, aren't you? Because you just don't know how it's going to work. Now, we've had the upper hand over the years, certainly the last decade or so, easily. It's got to end at some point. That's the fear for me. Now, if I look, it is pure fear. It's got to, and you know they will have to win at Anfield at some point. I just hope it's not this season.
Yeah,
I hope it's one where we're comfortably top of the table.
Dare I ask? When do you think that's going to be? Next year. Next year. Imagine my surprise.
What about you, Lynn, looking at the game? Because, you know, this could end up being a big battle for the teams that are going to play in the Europa League next season. So you're right in the mix for that.
Mate, obviously, best case scenario is Everton go and win, but I personally think in games like that, form goes out the window. You can never really tell. There'll be one...
In a derby, you say form goes out the window.
In a derby, form goes out the window, mate. No, but really, though. I know Everton have been playing well, and Liverpool recently have kind of picked up a little bit of form, not compared to what they were before Christmas, but recently they've got a little bit better. So I think it's too hard to choose. I'd love to see Everton win because we're, 6 points behind you with 2 games in hand? 3 points behind you with 2 games in hand?
4 or 5.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Well, either way.
We've got a very interesting week, though. We
got
play
Man
United on
United on
Tuesday,
Wednesday.
and we play Leicester on Sunday. So it's a big week. I mean, it's a big month. We got West Ham away, we've got Chelsea at home, we've got Burnley at home. It's a big month for us.
It's one of those things that your season, because look, European football's more or less guaranteed. Am I right?
Well, I'll say again, I can't have that because we are 7th, and there's a 7-point gap between us and West Brom. But at the same point, we've got these 3 tough games.
Yeah.
What if it all goes tits up in a week?
I know.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
my thing
I'm
is,
an Everton fan.
I don't see. I know. I don't see it going like that. But
No.
my thing with Everton is that you'll know whether you're fighting for 5th or, you know, to get as close to 4th as possible. Because let's face it, look, if Everton finish 3 points outside the top 4, you get to the end of the season and you're going, and this, I don't want to sound disrespectful, like, look, because you could still get in the top 4. Let's not be, I'm not being a twat about it. But the point is, if you finish within touching distance of the Champions League places, everyone goes into the summer going, what?
Yeah.
If we hadn't lost Balassi, if we hadn't lost Coleman,
Is,
if we invested in the summer rather than January, you know, and
yeah,
you go in with a load more positivity.
I understand that, but at the same time, if we finish in those places, you'd have to be quite happy. The way I'm looking at towards the end of the season, and I know there'll be a lot of people going, "Oh, you'll never finish in," but we've got Liverpool, we've got Man United, we've got Arsenal last game of the season. We've got to play teams that are in and around us, and the only way we're going to catch up to those teams is by beating those teams. And we can only prove we're better than those teams by beating those teams. So we're going to find out. Yeah. And if we're not up to that level, then we certainly won't finish above them because, you know, the points will just be too much.
That Arsenal game, last game of the season, could be interesting.
So who got last game of the season, Arsenal?
Last game of the season at the Emirates. Oh. I might buy myself a new kitchen that day.
Toffee TV, thank you. Make a first appearance.
Interview Arsene Wenger on his way out.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a lot to play for. I mean, so I know Saturday's going to be great. I'm fucking hate the fact that it's a 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
That takes something a little bit away from it.
Why?
Because they're shit. I know you watch on the telly, but we go to the match. So, and it's
cheeky fucking wanker.
Am I right though?
No, I had a season ticket for 5 years.
Of course, you'd have FC United.
Cheeky fucker. I was on your side there now. I don't know who you want.
So you want Liverpool to win now?
So have you got a ticket?
You want Liverpool to win now?
So have you got a ticket for the game?
I never go to Anfield. I've never.
Right.
You're not even going to match.
Because I'm going to Anfield. I've been to Anfield once. It was to play, and I won, and I'm never going back.
So played one.
Why would you go back?
The Liverpool Cup, 1991?
1990.
1990.
No, 1989. Was it 1990? I don't know, I'm old. It all blares into me and Michael Branch up front.
Yeah.
The rest is history.
But yeah.
He went to prison, I didn't.
He's watching this from his present cell right now going, I get him when I get out.
Anyway, where were we? Yeah, exciting end to the season, if nothing else. And yeah, that's the thing. I think we'll know about Everton. And, you know, you get 3 points. Look, if you get a draw from this game, I think you should look around and there's very much Everton to play for. It could be one of those, though. A couple of defeats out of those next 3 games, and it's one of those where...
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
No,
You'd like that?
No, I would, yeah, obviously. But it's different. That's how did the players pick themselves up and get motivated for the 7th battle?
No, of course,
6th or 7th
that's
battle,
the big thing, isn't it? That's the big thing now. It's about maintaining what we've been doing. Listen, again, we've been brilliant at home. We scored just every game we've been getting like 3s and 4s at home, but this is going to be our most difficult game. Obviously we played Spurs, which was a difficult game, but even though we played terribly, you know, we stuck in there, we got beat by the odd goal, even though we were terrible. It's learning from those mistakes of that game, because it's great when you're cruising in games, but then suddenly when you're faced with a real tough game, it's whether you can sort of flick that switch and turn it all on. So it's a really big game. I'm not building it up in any way, of course, because I've got no expectations for it. But if we were to win, then it'd be obviously a massive victory.
Would you take a draw? Now, if I offered you a draw now, would you take it?
Yeah, of course I fucking would.
That's the problem with us. It's always a draw.
I don't think I'd accept it now. Like.
Accept a weird one, isn't it? Because Liverpool, if we want to have a real fight for, it's going to be a real fight for top 4 one way or the other. Just start winning games,
I'd take 5 points from the 3 games. That would just be miraculous. If we get 5 points from those 3 games, I think that'd be huge.
Is it Leicester at home?
Yeah, but we've seen the form they've turned lately. Yeah. They've just suddenly turned, haven't they?
One day they're going to walk in the changes and go, Shakespeare's going to say something, they're going to go, hang on a second, who are you? Why am I listening to you?
I think that's pretty much how it is already. I think he just picks the towels up on the floor. I think Jamie Vardy just riles and speeches.
So lastly, quickly then, Chris.
With his rat face.
Him and fucking Tommy Robinson.
What do you think about Everton between now and the end of the season? Real competitive force pushing on towards top 4, or?
Do you know what? I think they can certainly get towards it. Yeah, I think they will fall short. If I'm honest, I think top 4s are probably a little bit too much. I see 6th is probably maybe around where they could finish at a really good season.
7th then?
Well, that's it. Could be Arsenal spiralling out of control, to be honest, and them to go ahead of them on the last day of the season.
I mean, a lot of people. I seen the comments last week when we were talking about the top 7. Loads of people are like, why did the top 7 become a thing? Well, it's become a thing because we're on the same points as Arsenal. Yeah. So I know they've got games in hand, but their form suggests that they won't win those games in hand. So while we're on the same points as them, then you've got to sort of give us that respect. If we drop, if the top 6 was miles,
and there's a gap, isn't there?
Don't forget though, at Christmas time, like everyone was saying, oh, we'll try and finish top 7. There's no way we can finish top 6. The gap was like 15 points, and we've clawed that back. Yeah. So no matter what you think about us, we've give ourselves a little bit of a chance.
I said in this show at the start of the year that I think Everton would be around about top 4, and you in particular laughed me out the fucking.
Yeah, because I'd seen us play.
Because you'd seen you play?
Yeah.
But why didn't you believe me?
Because to finish top 4.
I said around about top 4. Go on. All right, between 4th and 6th. Fucking hell.
That's not around. So why did you say
that's so difficult?
So why didn't you say top 6?
Because I said around about top 4.
Which means top 4.
Oh, whatever.
Well,
whatever.
Yeah, but once you say around top 4, you're saying top 4 now.
You believe me?
All right, no, because.
So where do you think Everton
let me
finish
answer
this
that back
season?
very quickly,
right?
Let me no, because you need a season worth of consistency to finish top 4, don't you? And we knew it was going to be a big job, and it's only just started clicking since after Christmas.
Ped remembers, you see, Paul. An entire season of consistency to get top 4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. You need a whole
play all
season.
38 games.
I had more faith in Everton than you did. How are you feeling about that?
You just shut up.
Yeah.
That's all he's got.
Good. Well done, boys.
It's supposed to be me against them, not me against you. Well, turning up in your shorts, you weirdo.
It's fucking 9,000 degrees outside.
It's not. It's not. It's warmer in here.
Anyway.
Come on, Ped, you wear pyjamas most weeks.
Let us know your thoughts on Everton's end of the season. Can they finally beat Liverpool at Anfield? Can they put on a sustained challenge between now and the end of the season? And therefore, where do you think they'll finish? If they finish higher than 7th, whose place are they going to be taking? Who's going to ultimately finish 7th, 6th, or whatever? Let us know.
Arsenal heads exploding right now.
Oh, yeah. Robbie plays a new house.
Subscribe also, if you want more content from these guys, you can subscribe to the Red Men TV, Toffee TV, United People's TV as well.